What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome into NYJ today. In this video, I'm going to be discussing Mekhi Becton, who had a right kneecap dislocation end his season back in week 1. When the original timetable was released, it was September 21st, and they said 4 to 8 weeks, and he missed the entire NFL season. So the question is can he and will he rebound from this disaster of a season? Let's go ahead and get after it. Before I get into the video, if I could get you to please jet up the like button, and if you're new here and you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do want to let you know we will be live this upcoming Wednesday, January 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be discussing all things Jets offseason, so come and join us. The link for that will be in the description.
You having a seizure? Looking real slowly over there.
Before we discuss Mekhi Becton's injury, which led to his season ending, I do think we need to discuss the player, that we saw in 2020 when he was drafted 11th overall by Joe Douglas. First of all, Mekhi Becton was not overdrafted. I think I've seen that take from a lot of people, that, because of his pro day, he then was drafted too early. I don't buy any of that. First of all, his tape at Louisville was outstanding. He was dominating people. And then also his rookie season in the NFL, he was close to being a Pro Bowl player, guys. Like, he was dominating in his rookie year. Now, it wasn't perfect. He did have some games where he wasn't doing that great in pass protection. I know there was the game against the Raiders where he gave up a couple of sacks to Cleveland Farrell, I believe. But this was a guy that really showed extreme promise after his rookie year. And I think it's really important that, again, as fans, we look to those things before we just start to destroy a guy for getting hurt and for having some difficulties with his rehab. Up on the screen, there's going to be a couple of tweets, and the first one is from Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. And he had reported essentially that the Jets dodged an enormous bullet here. The knee injury could have been way worse for Mekhi Becton, and the prevailing thought was that the Jets were going to get Mekhi Becton back at some point during the 2021 season to help protect Zach Wilson during his rookie year. Now, the only thing that we can really, at the time when we were waiting for him to come back, and it had been weeks and weeks, beyond this timetable, we all kind of were under the assumption that Mekhi Becton must have fallen out of shape, had gained some weight, maybe wasn't exercising and rehabbing like he needed to. And, the tweet is going to come up on the screen right now from Mike Garafolo. And essentially the New York Jets, they are expecting Mekhi Becton to make a full recovery. He will be back this spring and will be a part of their workouts. And ultimately, it really sucks that Mekhi Becton was not able to play during the 2021 season. It would have been really nice to see he and Elijah Vera-Tucker building some chemistry on that left side of the offensive line. And so moving forward, we just have to kind of hope that Mekhi Becton can kind of get back in shape like we've seen him do. He was in phenomenal shape. And the video has already played, of him flexing in the gym. This guy was ready to ball, ready to have a great season. And that video clip was from July. So this was right around that time of training camp. So Mekhi Becton was not being lazy, leading up to the season. He was working his ass off, trying to get ready to have an outstanding season for the Jets. So I think it's important that we talk about that, and then we'll look forward to what can we expect from him, as the 2022 season approaches. So I'm going to answer the question, do I believe that Mekhi Becton will rebound in 2022? My answer is a firm yes. I'm a big believer in Mekhi Becton's abilities. Do I think that he can stay healthy? Yes, absolutely. I really do think that the thing that he needs to correct is perhaps getting a personal chef. And I know that sounds crazy, like that's the one thing that he needs to do. But I've read some stories. There was Ray Lewis, Hall of Fame linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens. He had a personal chef, and to me, if I were a football player, which I'm not, but if I were, it removes all of that guesswork. What do I need to be putting in my body? What will help me to stay healthy on the football field? What will help me to rehab and to get back on the field sooner if I do get injured? And so moving forward, I want to see Mekhi Becton, make a couple of changes. Is he going to hire a personal chef? I have no clue. But I do believe in the player. I believe in the talent. And I do think that he wants this because, again, you're not going to see a guy in such awesome shape going into training camp like we saw with Mekhi Becton this past year if he doesn't want it, if he's not working hard. So I respect him. And I think that, again, we have to be positive with Mekhi Becton. As fans, these guys do read online. They do see the comments that we're making. And I think that it's important. This is a kid. This is a guy in his early 20s, and he's just trying to figure it all out still. And so I don't want to beat up on Mekhi Becton. I want to support him, and I want him to become the best player that he can be. And I really, really wanted to be with the New York Jets because I think that if he gets healthy and if he can get back to being in shape, there's nothing stopping this guy. He has all of the physical traits that you need in an offensive lineman to be a dominant piece for a very, very long time. So I do want to hear what you guys have to say on the topic. Are you done with Mekhi Becton? Are you still a believer like I am? Do you think that he needs to potentially change some of his diet habits or his workout habits? Would love to hear what you guys have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go Jets, and I'll see you guys next time.